Obviously well. Got here this morning, so just first day back at the beautiful site here, and looking forward for my match. That's the main priority, what you're thinking about. I'm going to have a day off today, and was a bit of a long day yesterday with 2 matches, but it's at the same time good preparation, I think. I got to play 5 sets yesterday, which you might have to do here as well. So happy with another title, and trying to build some momentum coming into Paris was the goal in Geneva, and I think it worked quite well.
You play Genève since a few years. What brings you to play a week before a slam?
I think I was also asked this yesterday, and I think that to me it's when you look at the practical stuff, when you come to Paris and all the slams, really, if you're there the week before, you have close to 400 or 500 players walking around wanting to practice, and in practice, what do they do with each other? You play matches in practice. So for me, it's like, why don't you just go and play a tournament? It's no problem. Geneva is like a 3-hour train or 40-minute flight from Paris, so it doesn't cost me anything to travel from one day to the other to the place, and I get real matches, to put it this way, and experience playing matches leading up to a slam, which is one of the most important weeks of the year. And yeah, I just find it calm, peaceful in the 250. It's a bit of a smaller event, and I can focus on all the practice I want to do and also play matches at the same time. So I think it's a good choice, and that's why I've been doing it.
Hi Casper, last year you came here maybe not with so much form and you made the final. The year before you had a lot of form and you made the final, so you can kind of do it both ways. How are you feeling this year, where obviously probably maybe even the best form you've had coming into this tournament, and now that it's so open? Yeah,
I feel good. I mean, this season has been the best start for sure for me, best kind of 5 months that I've ever had to begin the year. And then Madrid, Rome was 2 bit of a disappointment results for me, and that's also a little bit why I decided to go to Geneva. I wanted to build up some momentum playing matches again, and obviously winning the tournament is a good feeling, gives you confidence, but feels like it's anyone's tournament and anyone's game, really. If you look at it's been several different winners on the clay this year, and in the 3 Masters 1000 alone there's been 3 different winners, and let's say the top 3 guys, they haven't won any big tournaments on clay this year, so I'm pretty sure they're hungry to get a big title, and I'm pretty sure they're coming in with a lot of motivation and try to do well here. And to me, even though Novak hasn't had the best year as he typically has, or the same level, I think he's still a favorite. He's the #1 seeded, and he's 24 slams under his belt, so he knows if there's anyone who knows when to find their peak in form, it's probably him. And then after that, it's a lot of other guys. And I also want to mention Rafa. Obviously, he's not seeded and he's not maybe played the way he's also used to play on clay, but if he's physically fit, I think I'm not going to call him a dark horse, but he's going to be up there also in my eyes as one of the favorites to do well here, and his record speaks for itself here.
Hello, Casper. You had a very good start of the clay season at Monte Carlo and Barcelona. Then everyone was surprised to see you lose early at Madrid and Rome. What's the confidence level at the moment after this up and down clay season, but with a lot of ups anyway?
I think it's good overall. Like I said earlier also, yeah, a bit of a disappointing results in Madrid, Rome. Madrid, I think Felix just played really good. It was difficult to handle his power there. And Rome, I was struggling a bit with my lower back, so I was maybe not an excuse, but part of the reason why I maybe wasn't able to find my really kind of good game or my groove was that I was struggling a bit with some pain in the lower back. And after that, not something you typically do, but I took like 5 days off to try to fix it and let small inflammation get back to normal, and it worked well, and building up some good form in Geneva. So I think the last week has been great, and I've looked at this as a kind of 3-week event in a way, if you will, because Geneva has been 1 week, and then if you want to do well here, it's 2 weeks. So it's been good so far, and just try to keep it rolling and The goal is to kind of, I like to say that when I'm playing well, or if I'm gaining confidence playing many matches and winning matches in a row, I kind of build up this like wave of confidence, and hopefully we can continue on surfing on that wave.
Hey, Casper.
Hey.
So what exactly are you looking for when you go to Geneva for something like that? Is it rhythm? Is it feel? Is it just win some matches and get some confidence, and get in a certain mindset? Or what? I mean, you're so experienced on clay, and you've done so well before. I'm just sort of curious because, like, how your mind couldn't just go back to knowing that.
I think, or in my case, it's kind of like getting into the zone, tournament zone in a way again. And the fact that I lost first round in Rome led me like almost 18 days if I was waiting all the way until starting in Paris. So I think it was a bit too much without one single match in over 2 weeks. So this is one of the reasons. And I went to Geneva to be able to practice with good players. I mean, I don't have any other top 100, top 50 players to practice with in Norway. So it was either going to Geneva or going here to Paris a week before to practice. But like I said, I mean, if you look at what the guys do in practice the week before a slam, they just play practice sets or practice matches with each other. So I figured, why not just go to Geneva, as I've done before. I like playing there, and I get a few, maybe at least one extra match, and maybe more if I do well. And it worked out pretty good. And I'm coming into the tournament here now with four good matches under my belt, and trying to build on it and continue. You know, like the current, you know, it's not the biggest winning streak, but 4-match winning streak is a good feeling, and try to keep it going here in Paris.
Yeah, Casper, supposedly this tournament is very open this year.
Yeah.
If you had to draw a top 3 of favorites, who would it be for you, and would you introduce yourself in this list?
No, I wouldn't put myself in the list just because I don't want to kind of put pressure on myself, but I would put Novak up there, definitely. And it's not a big if, but, you know, depending on how Carlos, Yannick, and kind of Rafa feels, I feel like those 3 are also worth mentioning. If they are injury-free, I would consider them, well, 4 then. I would go with four guys. It's tough to kind of leave any of those out due to the fact that Rafa has won there 14 times, and then Yannick and Carlos have been, you know, the sort of best of the younger generation in the past year or two. So I think that's a good list of 4.